do? They go back to the SO. And SO used to, and I can tell you, all these issues with payment, issue we do, final payment we never used to do it because it was very, very complicated. You cannot solve it out, then we go to the next round. Next round was management of both sides trying to negotiate, and they used to settle. Very rarely cases used to go up to courts because people were willing to talk to each other, people willing to negotiate. And that is how adjudication started. Adjudication is not something new. But then what happened? Suddenly the whole picture changed. When Dr. M, his first round when he came in, we started all this privatization and piratisation. We had pirates who came in. It's a fact. You set up a 2 ringgit company and want you to do a $1 billion job. So how do you do it? Back-to-back losses. You pass all the risk down the line. The whole equation changed. And then same thing, professionals not being respected as professionals anymore. Because why? You're working for the employer. And sorry my language, employer treats you like a prostitute. Listen to me. Don't listen to me, I don't pay you. Otherwise no job for you. So what did the professionals do? They become an agent of the employer. So where's your independence? So that adjudication role somehow went away. And that is what CIPAA came in. Now we are trying to import a guy, an independent guy, industry expert. We are trying to import him in to make a decision. That was the whole aim. And next thing is what? To give bite. You know, if those of you handling TAM contract, there is contractual adjudication there. If you look at clause, you look at the old form, I'm not talking about new form. Clause 30.4, for example. There is there. But the problem is enforcement. How do you do it? If the other party doesn't respect, you still got to go to court, isn't it? So CIPAA came in to have the bite. You have, like what Mr. Harold said, you have a piece of paper. Unless it is capable of being enforced, it is just an empty piece of paper. So we wanted to give you a bite. You have this piece of paper, you can go to court and have it, you know, the court will recognize it, enforce it as a judgment of the court, you know, you can slow down your work, you can suspend your work and all that. So it's effective as bite. That was the intention. Now, but what has it become over the years? Now let's see, what was the expectation? You want to see the expectation? Read the long title of the Act. What does it say? An Act to facilitate, the first one is what? Regular and timely payment. Regular and timely payment. Second thing, to provide a mechanism for speedy resolution through adjudication. Adjudication, ours is the longest. From start to finish about 100 days. But it's still fast compared to arbitration, can take years. Of course, still a bit fast compared to courts. Now, you go to court, at least high court level, 9 months you will have a hearing. But it's still only 100 days. Okay, so it's relatively fast. Now, next thing, to provide remedies for the recovery of payment in the construction industry. You can get your money. And how? Legally enforceable. And the last one is what? To provide for connected and incidental matters. Now, this is what the aim of the Act is. You must see now, has it been achieved or not? Now, the principal features and expectation was summary. Summary in law means what? It's just like a quick look-see and you make a decision. You know, like those days, when you're a contract administrator, you are not a lawyer. Although you are a lawyer baroque lah, you know a little bit of law lah, but you know, you're not a lawyer. So, lebih kurang lah, what? Okay. Okay, so summary in nature. Now, next thing, very important. Pay now, argue later. That's the whole essence of CIPAA. You want to argue, go to arbitration. You want to argue, go to court. But here what? Pay now, let the job move. You're not happy, appeal. Sort the thing out later. At least work will go on. You all know, it's a fact of life in Malaysia. A lot of projects are overpriced. You look at the quality of work you get at the end of the day. You know why? Sub. Everybody is just sucking off the 10%. By the time it goes to the guy down the line, first thing the price is low. Next thing he doesn't get paid in time. So what is he going to do? He's going to cut corners, what isn't it? Defective work. You hand over the job, roof fly off. This happened, that happened. Who is suffering in the long run? Public. So the whole argument argument here was what? You have the cash flow, you deliver. No, I can tell you a personal story. I was a consultant before. I used to work as a consultant and all that. See? You know lah, at the end of the day, they'll ask you to take haircuts lah. So many haircuts, I've got to wear a turban now, no more hair left already. And then what happened? When they keep on doing that, quality of the work suffers. I remember I was involved in a job in CIPAA. The Swedish were doing this job. And they were very, very scared by employing Malaysian consultants and contractors because they say quality not very good. Now what happened? The same contractor in another job cannot drive a nail straight into the wall, can now work to Swedish standards. Why? Because what happened? This was one job where we used to get paid in advance, 1 month in advance. Everything is money, isn't it? You give me that motivation. Even for religion also you need money, isn't it? My lecturer used to say before you can get vitamin A to Z, you must have vitamin M, isn't it? You pay people, you get the service, you get the quality. So that was what we were trying, expectations here. Pay, move. Okay, now next thing, to complement other methods of dispute resolution. It's not supposed to replace arbitration. It's not supposed to replace going to courts. It's only another layer only we are adding. And to maintain cash flow and prevent the constriction of cash flow. Those of you who work as contractors, subcontractors and all that, you know cash flow is so important. I'm sure you know better than me. I went to a conference, I was told some figures which I got a shock of my life. They say now in the current environment, the profit factor in most jobs is only between 5 to 7% maximum. Maximum. That is also on the condition that you are paid on time, you know. You don't get paid on time, what happens? That also dies. Up there dies. All the way down the line it dies. So what happens to the project? The project suffers. So this is what CIPAA was supposed to alleviate. That was the expectation. Now, to statutorily balance the adverse risk of one-sided contracts. We all know we Malaysians are very fair. I keep on saying the word fair is a four-letter word. We are only fair to ourselves. Everything is one-sided. We keep on coming up with standard forms. PAN came up with a standard form. CIDB came up with a standard form. Now AIAC came up with a standard form. You know what people do? They take the standard form, either themselves or get their lawyers, amend like men. Make it one-sided. One-sided. Those of you who play Tai Chi will know. What are you doing? You're playing Tai Chi, isn't it? Those of you who play Tai Chi will know why. So what do you do? Employer push the risk to the contractor. Now you're a contractor, you absorb the risk, isn't it? One of the ways you absorb is how? Increase the price, isn't it? Isn't it? That's why turnkey contracts are more expensive. Now, if you cannot absorb it, what do? You push to your subcontractor. Back to back. The other method is what? You push back. You are smart. Qualify your tender, do that. Now, if you cannot do one of the three, what happens? You tahan as long as you like, after that you mati lah. You mati lah. That's what happens to all the government contracts. Push as much as possible. One of the most one-sided contracts is the JKR contract. So what happened? Mati lah. Mati, what happened? Employer bring in the new contractor. There's a delay. Cost escalation. Now, who benefits at the end of the day? You need balanced contracts. But we Malaysians are sorry again, I don't offend anybody. We talk about religion. 25 years already now. So much religion in our life. But do we practice religion? Look at the other side. As I mentioned over and over again, religion say what? Before the labourer's sweat is dry, pay him. Yet after dead also you don't pay him. We can keep on coming back with any acts. But if we are not going to change our mentality, nothing is going to happen. And here we try to force by law to change that. And I can tell you it's not working. It's not working. Even you force people by law, if you have to have the mentality that I don't want to pay you, I'll take you all the way to federal court, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. Now, the next thing is what? To bring good governance in financial administration of construction contracts. Our contracts are very badly. Every company, every organization is talking about good governance, good governance, good governance. It's just a slogan. No nobody practices. You have good governance, you don't need these kind of acts. Okay? But this was the expectations, that over the years, we will have that level of good governance. We are always, we always talk about wanting to be a developed country. You want to be a developed country, you must have certain traits. One of the traits is what? Transparency, good governance. And we were trying to achieve this through this act. Can I have the next slide, please? Now, what is the reality now? That was expectations. Now, what's the reality? Depends on who you're talking to. You talk to AIC, very successful. You heard the number of cases. A lot of work, very good. You talk to employers, not happy one big employer getting hammered by how many subcontractors. Suddenly, you got to set up a claims department just to handle this kind of. Okay, you talk to contract administrators, they also very happy now. A lot of contract administrators have abdicated their role, Those days, every time got a dispute, they will try to resolve it. Now what they say, go to CIPAA now. Nothing to do with me. They try to stay away as long as you can. But they forget, where there's under certification, under the one, they also can be liable at the end of the day. Now, you talked about contractors, again, try to get payment, it's not really working. Subcontractors is the same thing. Okay? Subcontractors, I won't go below that. Malaysia sub until sub sorry. So sub only. Adjudicators, some are excited, some are not happy. Some got more work. Other fellows are cursing. Got work but not enough fees. Okay? Now, lawyers, I think they are generally happy. More work. More dispute, more work for them. Okay? Claims consultant also same thing. Okay? Courts, on one hand, they say, no, we shouldn't get more work. On the other hand, they keep on interfering, allowing more and more appeals and creating all kinds of mess out there. So here, we have a mixed reaction in reality. But if you ask the eventual users, I think the eventual users are not that happy about it. Okay? The cases, the number, please don't be fooled by the number of cases. There's only adjudication, It doesn't end that way, It doesn't end that way. And a lot of response is not coming back from my own knowledge. I find less than 20% of cases are actually, they pay as per the decision. The others still negotiate. The others still challenge. Okay? So if you want to talk about that, of course, the other thing also which is very bad, subcontractors and contractors are also trying to pressure employers. They are trying to use that as a bargaining tool. They put pressure on you, put in a claim, and make you talk, force you to talk. So it is also, on the other hand, being abused by a lot of contractors and subcontractors. Okay, can I have the next slide quickly? Now, reality, impact on practical implementation, summary nature of adjudication. Supposed to be summary. Now, this is where a lot of adjudicators also are mistaken. They make it too summary. They make it too summary. We KLRC, AIC come up with some templates. You see the quality of some of the decisions. It's also ridiculous. Now, if somebody is going to lose, he must have good reasons. Okay? So, okay? Now, next thing, the payment culture. There is no change in payment culture. We wanted to bring a change in payment culture from no payment to some payment, that full payment. But that culture, still no change here. Now, cash flow, again, is a problem. It's becoming worse now because, the economic situation is not getting better. People have difficulty in paying, even earning. So you will see this, even cash flow is going to get more and more constrained. Okay? Next thing, improve in quality of work professionalism. Again, is tied back to what? Payment. You pay me, I perform well. You don't pay me, I cannot. Okay? Now, management, reduction of claims and disputes. Now, you're going to see more and more disputes and claims. The whole idea of CIPAA was to reduce the number of claims. But you're going to see more and more of this coming up. Okay? Now, amelioration of pervasive, one-sided imposition of risk culture has not changed. Has not changed. Okay, more and more one-sided. In fact, sometimes I feel all of us are wasting time coming up with all these standard forms. Nobody's going to follow lah. Good template lah, but nobody's going to follow it. Okay, change in tender bid prices. That's what we expected. In other jurisdictions where they have CIPAA, because the risk is lower, they find the tender prices are slightly lower because the contractors know the risk is lower. Here, no change. Because why? At the end of the day, if it's effective, then people will have confidence. Otherwise, they won't have. Now, new support work for professionals, yes, it's good. New work, adjudicators, lawyers, claims consultants. And now, I always say, when you start advertising a product like a consumer product, then what does it become? I don't know. I'm sure you've seen billboards along the road advertising CIPAA, Facebook. Is being generated like a consumer product. When that happens, then I think something bad for the industry. Okay? Now workload of courts have gone up like mad, especially construction court. In fact, we were given some figures last year where the workload has gone up tremendously. So much so they're thinking of setting up another construction court. And there's not something to be proud of. Okay? Even Court of Appeal now, I understand there are two special panels just hold they hear appeals, and mostly from CIPAA. Because let's face it, the whole point of CIPAA was to prevent all these things from going up to court. Now it's the other way around. So for judges it's good lah, we're going to have more judges coming in lah, this and that lah, but I don't think so it's good for the industry. Now, good governance and financial management of the contracts, I leave it to you. Effect on the construction industry as a whole, I don't think so it's positive. I don't think so it's positive. Okay, let's have the other one. I'm running out of time. Now, principal concerns of parties and stakeholders. Again, I must qualify. This is my personal views, based on whatever little input I get from people. Growing disillusionment as adjudication has apparently lost its intended purpose and become akin to what? Fast-track arbitration. It's just like fast-track arbitration. Okay? Adjudication has become too legal, beyond the understanding and direct involvement of lay practitioners. We train a lot of quantity surveyors, engineers, basic knowledge of law. But now in these cases, all the arguments that are coming in, you throw in estoppel, you throw in this and that, the QS shaking his head, what is estoppel? It's become too legal. Okay? Now, benefits only a few parties. I hope nobody gets offended by it. Lawyers, claims consultant, AIC, adjudicators, courts, of course politicians. It's working hard, we got that. Enforcement of rights and entitlement in the courts and under the contract are slow, difficult, frustrating, fraud, illegalities beyond the abilities of lay practitioners. It was meant to be for lay people. It's not. Okay? Little penetration below the subcontractor level where needed most. We wanted it to go down the way down. The small timers cannot afford to go to. Now it hasn't penetrated. And it won't penetrate if we keep on making it too legal. Cannot. Okay? Almost automatic right of appeal to various levels of the court's hierarchy, which is relatively too cheap for losers, but winners' costs awarded by courts are too meager, encourages use of courts to delay, frustrate realization of awarded remedies. It's almost automatic, You go to High Court, almost automatic, you go to Court of Appeal. And sometimes it's very, very sad, I remember one case I like to quote, small-time subcontractor. Main contractor owe him 85,000. They want to pay. He came to see me, sir, what to do? I said, take him to CIPAA law, very effective. So he went to CIPAA. He won cost also. So what happened? The other party appealed. So appealed, went to High Court, he won again. But court awarded him only 10,000 costs. His lawyer charged him 30,000. So from 85,000 minus another 20,000 becomes what? 65,000. Appeal again, Court of Appeal. He won. Again 10,000. His lawyer charged him 40,000 minus another 30,000. He says, sir, what is happening? I keep on winning every level, but my money is getting less and less. And I can't get my money. And I feel so bad, you know, because I was the one who pushed him to do that. I believe there should be an appeal. I got nothing wrong. There must be appeal because adjudicators make mistake. But I feel one level up is good enough. High court level should be, unless it's something very special. Because, sorry to say, I hope I don't get pulled up for contempt of court. Okay? The higher level federal court and court of appeal are generally Sunila judges. The fellows who really know something at the high court level, especially construction court. That's why we have a construction court. Once a construction court makes a decision, court of appeal and federal court must try to respect it. If you're not going to have a cutoff at that one level there, you can keep on going forever. Like I heard there's one case now, Martigo, going up to federal court. I was told by the architect, he spent 3 times more fees on his legal fees than what he's claiming under his dispute. And he's gone all the way up to federal court. We have to cap it up somewhere. Otherwise it's not going to work. Okay? Now, courts appear to view and treat adjudication like arbitration and litigation. Argue first, pay later instead of pay first, argue later. Okay? Court's decision seems not to be consistent. Difficult to understand by lay practitioners. Even difficult for us to understand and to use to assess the risk involved in implementation of the right to